yoga because it's nice to like tuck you in. You can use this for dancing, whatever athletic activities that you like to enjoy. So I just shared the Unitard with you. This is more of the full coverage one that you can have. And then the bike set that I have, once you click on it, you'll be able to see it in the color. All right. So let's just get started. Just want you to come to the front of your mat and then get down on all fours. So I want you to sit with your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your chest, and just breathe in for a couple of breaths. So breathe in through your mouth and out through your nose, just to start warming up the body a bit. So and if anyone has just joined us, we're just beginning with a flow here just to get you energized for the day and get into a nice fluid movement. So after you have now came from doing a bit of breaths, I want you to get on all fours. So hands and knees stretching out to the four corners of your mat, where we're going to do some cat-cows. Cat-cows are really great for waking up the spinal cord, and it's just a nice way for you to get into your body after like laying down for hours on end, and just like loosen any tension there. So let's start off with the cat pose, where you breathe in and then just push your belly down and then breathe out. And tuck your belly in, where you'll be just feeling the earth and pushing it away from you, and just tapping your toes down into the ground. Just stay grounded there and take a few breaths wherever you need to. And then inhale into cat, exhale into cow. We're just going to do that 2 more times. So inhale into cat, exhale into cow. Inhale again into cat, exhale into cow. Next up, you just want to head into your downward dog. And as you can see, everything on my body is still being tucked in with this Unitard from Girlfriend Collective that you see on the screen. So just pedal out your dog just a little bit. Just feel the motion in between your toes and your knees and your ankle. If you feel this up and down your shins, that's a great sign of just like allowing yourself to be a bit more flexible and give you that space so that you can have a bit more range of motion through your day. So you want to also push your hands into the ground and just spread your fingertips wide so that there's a nice range of motion and you have even distribution of your weight as well into this. So we're just going to do a few more, pedaling up the feet, and make sure you're breathing in all of this as well. Don't hold your breath. This is meant to energize and give you more air in all of your muscles and wake up your body. And now I want you to lean forward into a high plank. So here we're just going to hold the plank for 2 breaths here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And then just drop down slowly. Chest, chin, legs down to the floor. And push up for a low or high cobra, whichever one you feel most comfortable with. It's up to you in this flow. This is for you to tune into your body and understand how you're feeling in this very moment. So I welcome you to go as high as you can or as low as you can right here. And after that, let's head back into downward dog. And from downward dog, I want you to start walking up to the front of your mat, 1 foot at a time. Just start tiptoeing to the front until your feet are right by your palms. And once your feet are by your palms, I want you to put your palms flat down on the ground and take a few breaths. And now take your arms where you cross them and rock to the side like a rag doll. Take your head and shake it yes, and shake it no. This is a great way to relieve pressure and tension in the neck and also give you a bit more relaxation through the body as a signal, okay? Take a few breaths here, a few shakes of the head, and then let's roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time, into standing position. So as we're in standing position, I just want to reset the room and share with you guys that I'm wearing the Girlfriend Collective Unitard here in the color Moss, and it's a size extra small. I prefer the extra small because of just the natural fit of things, but if you are someone who likes things a bit more looser, then just go a size up because their material is very nice and stretchy, but it also does have a nice like sucking in feeling and like accentuates your curves. So as you've met me in standing position, I want you to bring your arms up to the sky, sweep it up and look at your thumbs, and take a few breaths here, starting off with 1, in through your nose, out through your mouth, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now swan dive your arms forward and touch the mat with both of your palms. Take a nice inhale to a flat back and exhale. And then bring it on down again. And now I want you to step or hop back with your feet. You can either take a hop or a step, whichever feels comfortable for you. I'm just going to hop it back and meet in plank position. So here in plank, we're going to hold the breath for two rounds. So 1, 2, and then get down to your Vinasana. So tuck your stomach, chin, and put your hands to the side and come up for a low cobra. In your low cobra, I want you to think about engaging your core and also think about where your feet are placed on the mat. Are you pushing in your toes on the mat? Are you bringing your thighs up? Are your knees on the ground? I want you to kind of just pull that away from the mat so that you can feel the space in between and also feel your body out. You don't want to overextend yourself at the same time in this. So now push up and get back into a child's pose. I want you just to rest your forehead on the mat for a few seconds and get in tune with your breath for a few moments. After that, let's gently roll up into a tabletop position where you're on all fours. Toes, hands, and feet are pointing forward and backwards on the mat. And just to warm up our wrists a bit more, let's point your hands towards your body. So flip your wrist over and then rock to the side. This is just a nice wrist warmer to give you a nice boost in elasticity. We're all sitting at our computers or our desks throughout the week, and sometimes we neglect our wrists. This is a way to just give you a few stretches through that. So I want you to take clockwise motions first. So start going clockwise Give it about 3 rounds. And don't forget to breathe in and out. And then take it into a counterwise motion. So going this way. And don't forget to breathe. All right. So now that we've done that, you can flip your wrist back to the front. And now you'll turn your hand with the top of it facing the mat, just to give you another stretch. This could be a little difficult for some people. If it does feel a bit painful, I don't want you to overextend yourself. I want you to just continue with the normal hands on the mat and just rock to the side if you can. But if you want to push yourself into this pose, just feel free to take gentle rocks. You don't have to do anything drastic here. It's more about aligning with your body and being in tune with it at the end of the day. So let's breathe through these wrist motions ever so gently, and be patient with yourself. If you're not there, it's okay. This is a practice. And now let's get back into downward dog. So in our downward dog, I want you to take your right foot up to the sky, and then I want you to open your hip by bending your knee and do 3 circles to open the hips a bit more. 1, 2, 3. And now re-extend your leg and bring your right foot to meet your hands in the middle for a low lunge. So with a low lunge, it's okay for you to untuck your back toes and give yourself a bit of a boost and just rock forward and backwards just for a little bit here. This is great for opening up the hips, and it's really good to just give you some nice flow as well. Sometimes, work from home life, we don't have that much range of motion. This is just a nice way to give you a bit more elasticity. And the key to life is being able to be flexible and getting your hips open. So let's get you guys going. Okay, now that we've breathed in to our right hip, we're just going to send this foot back by tucking our left toe up and then bringing it up into a high lunge. In your high lunge, just make sure that you engage your core, tuck your belly in, and then bring your hands all the way up, and just breathe, okay? And then from our high lunge, we're just gonna open it up to Warrior 2. In our Warrior 2, I want you to look at your front hands, at your fingertips, and take that as your focus point. This is going to help you keep your core engaged and your knees and legs in alignment. So make sure your knees don't overextend as well so that you're able to hold the pose better. And if you're just joining us for this morning yoga session, I just want to remind you guys that this set is from Girlfriend Collective, a sustainable athleisure line that is all about making sure that they're regenerative and using recycled plastic water bottles and fishing nets to reduce pollution in the earth. So super helpful and super key to be intentional with our purchases here. And now I just want us to flip our warrior, reverse our warrior here, where your left hand slides down your leg and your right hand goes above head and stretches. So you just want to stretch those fingertips, but still maintaining that balance that you have in your front knee. And just keep going where you can breathe into the side body there. So once you fulfill, the side body has a lot of elasticity in it. Now I want you to cartwheel your hands forward and step that right leg back. And we're going to clean the slate and come down for our vinyasana, which is just taking your chest down to the mat, untucking your toes, coming up for a high cobra or low cobra, whichever you prefer. Take a little sway, roll your neck, roll it from one side, roll to the other side, and breathe in and out. When you're ready, meet us in a downward dog and roll over your toes. Hope everyone's feeling great and starting to feel energized. With this next move, what we did on the right, we'll be doing on the left. So bring your left leg up to the sky and flex it. And from there, I want you to open up your hips by bending your foot and taking some circles with your knees. So 1, 2, 3, and you can also do counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, and re-extend your foot. After you re-extend, bring your foot in to the center once again, and I want you to come down for a low lunge. In your low lunge, just make sure you rock forward and backwards to just open up the hips some more. Have your hands on your knees, or you can have your hands on the floor. So just rocking here a little bit. And now we're going to go into a high lunge by tucking the back foot and now stretching up. Stretch your arms up to the ceiling and make sure you keep your core engaged and do not let your knees surpass your ankles, okay? This is a great way to just make sure that you are balanced and prevent any injuries. So continue to breathe here, and then let's extend to Warrior 2. In your Warrior 2, keep your focus on one focal point being your hands, and make sure you turn that back leg to a 90-degree angle where it's perpendicular, looking something like this. And your front foot is turned forward, your back foot is turning out to the side. So we just give a few more breaths in Warrior 2. And now I want you to reverse your Warrior by sliding your right foot down your left leg and reaching your left hands up into the sky and over. And just look over to your hands and focus on your breath. In and out of your mouth. Just one more breath here. Now cartwheel your hands down to the mat and step that left foot back and turn your right foot forward so that it meets, and just come back down for another vinyasana. Now just stretch back to child's pose. I know that was a lot. I hope you're warmed up and pumped. Take a few more moments to connect with your body and your breath. And now come back up to tabletop position and take a few more cat-cows. Starting with the cat pose, drop your belly and lift your gaze, and then exhale into cow pose, where you tuck your belly down and push yourself away from the mat. And you could probably look back and see your legs in this pose, so take your focus to the back of the mat towards your legs. I'm going to do 3 more of these. And go at your own pace. In, cat, cow. belly in for cat, final cat, and tuck your belly for cow. All right. I hope everyone is warmed up. I just want to come back here to let you guys know I'm Sahida. I am a yoga instructor, and I'm just here taking you through my morning vinyasa flow. It has been such a pleasure taking you guys through everything that I have been loving about my yoga practice through the time of the quarantine. You know, this is the best way for me to stay active and also just be very engaged with my body, and it's just been an amazing journey to take you on with me and be a part of this live streaming session. I do have a few more pieces from Verishop that I want to share with you from Girlfriend Collective. If you aren't a fan of a Unitard, it's okay, girl. I got you. We do have the set that would also be amazing. Here we have the biker shorts. You can see it's in the same moss green that I have. I'm a sucker for green. It's one of my favorite colors. And this one has amazing stitching, as you can see right here. It just feels nice to have like that extra security, especially when you know you're having so much movement and mobility in a set. You want to make sure that you're nice and tucked in with things, and it just has amazing like construction throughout. Like, I also look at the crotch area because it's very important to make sure that, I don't know if anyone else has ever had workout shorts that like ride up a bit and give you camel toe. These don't. These are amazing because they do take into account like the stitching inside. You can see that has that nice triangle there. I found that workout clothes that have that triangle there are always really good at keeping you nice and smooth throughout. And yes, the leggings are pretty thick. I think that these are such a great quality, and I'm like a workout clothes snob, and it's such a great affordable price. I'm just gonna share it with you guys here. So these high-rise run shorts are so good. Like you could see there's like a nice double